Hala, may bagong project na naman ang ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Ang dami na naman may stroke na anti-Marcos. Hala, grabe yung pag-iisip nito, oh. Nakakagulat. Ang daming battery storage pala dito sa Bataan. Grabe. Ito na, oh, sinisimula na ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Kaya 'di ba po, lahat ng mga energy na sobra i-deposit dito. PBBM lang talaga nakaisip nito at syempre, ang sumusuporta sa gobyerno po ang SMC CEO si Mr. Ramon Ang. So, congratulations sa gobyerno at kay Mr. Ramon Ang. Sabi ni PBBM, kahit wala tayong nuclear power plant, at least meron tayong ngayong technology na to. Sana mas maganda mabuksan din ang nuclear power plant para syempre ang pinaka-aim natin na mababa talaga ang presyo ng ating mga kuryente. Alright?
Unfortunately, the Bataan nuclear power plant was never in operation, but you can see the advancements that we have now. That was a very, shall we say, involved kind of energy storage system. This is now the solution to that problem.
See, grabe nakakakilabot ito. Di ko maisip may ganito ka pala no na gumamit ng mga ganitong energy po like windmill, solar sa Ilocos Norte. Alam po talaga ito ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Sila po ang may initiative nito gumawa ng mga ganitong energy like windmill and solar. Okay, na ginagamit po sa Ilocos Norte. Ito guys no. So, dahil sa experience niya sa paggobernador niya po, ito po pala yung windmill, may peak hours pa, may peak pala yan na season na malakas yung hangin. Yung supply madami. So kailangan pa pala na storage to yung energy. Para yung kung mahina man ang hangin, may supply pa rin sila na ibibigay sa community. Ganun po pala, ganun din po pala sa solar. Kahit anong energy po pala guys, kung yung sobra sa supply, kagaya ng maaraw ngayon, summer, syempre ganun. Pag rainy season, hindi na po yan kailangan na konti lang pong energy na papasok kasi hindi masyado maaraw. Pero itong summer na to, yung solar energy natin, grabe yung supply. Kaya kailangan natin mag-stock, kailangan natin ng storage. Ito po pala to, grabe. Yung mga anti-Marcos, stroke na naman ito. Grabe, ipapasok doon. Pag ang mga supply para na sobra, ipapasok, i-store doon sa battery. Grabe ito. Wala akong wala akong masabi. Parang sobrang saya ko na may ganito po pala. Ngayon ko lang na may ganito. So ayan guys, so may supply tayo na sobra sa windmill, kung ano man dyan energy na yan, sa solar, kung hydro, ano man dyan energy, isusupply po doon pag sobra, ilalagay sa battery storage. So once yung battery storage na yan, mapuno na yan guys, syempre, hindi naman masyad pag bagyo na, maulan, hindi na makasupply masyado yung solar energy doon sa community. Yung gagamitin guys na yung storage, yung battery, isusupply sa community. Yun po yun, grabe. Ganon din sa windmill, hindi naman lahat ng sobrang malakas ang hangin doon sa Ilocos Norte or saan man nagagamitin natin ng windmill. Meron din dito sa Rizal, alright? So, i-store po yan, tapos, pag mahina yung hangin, naku po, yung battery magsusupply sa community. Ang galing talaga nito, grabe. Di ako makapaniwala may ganitong pag-iisip po pala. Grabe, may ganitong technology. Si Pangulong Bongbong Marcos talagang nakaisip nito, naka-initiative. At syempre, tahimik lang ang ating Pangulo sa paggawa ng kung anong gagawin niya dito sa pagbabago sa Pilipinas. So itong nangyari ngayon, may storage, and then sumusuporta po ang CEO ng SMC, San Miguel Corporation. Maraming salamat din po sa ating CEO ng SMC. Siyempre, nakasuporta sa ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos na kaibigan niya rin daw po, no? Na sinabi niya po dito. Ayun. So ayan, congratulations sa gobyerno, no, kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos na ito na nga, ito nang solusyon sa problema, yun nga po yung sabi niya. So panoorin natin ang buong kaganapan dito po sa inauguration ng battery, okay? Energy storage or BESS na tinatawag. Alright? So wag kalimutan lagi i-like, mag-comment kung ano masasabi nyo guys. Grabe, wala akong masabi dito. Kundi grabe lang po. Nakakatuwa, nakagalak. Nakakakilabot, may ganito po pala. So maraming salamat, maraming talagang matutulungan to, lalo na pagbaba ng kuryente dito sa Pilipinas. Ito talagang pinaka-aim ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. So ayan po, panoorin po natin ito.
It is the first of its kind in the Philippines and one of the largest integrated grid-scale battery energy storage project in the world. Mr. President, resulting in lower electricity rate for Filipino consumer.
A part of the solution so that we can say that we are competitive now in terms of electricity rates and reliability and availability of power. With this technology in place, storage of power is made possible. Power could be stored when not needed or in times of oversupply and released whenever required on when there is undersupply.
At San Miguel Global Power, we are energizing a sustainable future through our battery energy storage systems, or BESS. Our BESS facilities contribute to San Miguel Global Power's commitment of expanding the country's energy mix and pave the way for more sustainable energy. Designed with advanced lithium-ion battery technologies, BESS provides swift, smart, and efficient ancillary services to support grid stability through frequency regulation. Always online, highly reliable, uniquely flexible and scalable, requires no fuel, faster and cheaper to construct. BESS stores surplus energy when demand is low and delivers it when demand is high, which helps meet peak demand without needing more fuel or power plants to provide peak power supply. Energizing cities, villages, and homes with quality power they can always rely on. BESS enables a more robust integration of sustainable energy into the grid by addressing the intermittent nature of renewable energy sources such as solar and wind. Operating with zero wastes, zero GHG emissions, zero noise pollution, and zero water extraction, BESS is a safe, clean, and scalable technology. San Miguel Global Power's venture into battery energy storage technology started in 2018 with the acquisition of the 10-megawatt Masinloc BESS. It is the first cutting-edge technology of its kind, not only in the Philippines, but in all of Southeast Asia, making it a landmark milestone in supporting the integration of up to 5,000 megawatts of renewable energy into the grid. San Miguel Global Power is poised to becoming one of the world's largest grid-scale operators of BESS technology with the completion of 1,000 megawatts of BESS facilities this 2023. With the commercial operations of 32 BESS facilities nationwide, we are ushering in a new era for the Philippine energy industry. An era where reliable, high-quality energy pulses consistently through a stable, optimized grid, and renewable energy becomes a part of the diverse power mix that energizes the country. Through this industry-changing technology, we are empowering the Philippines towards a cleaner and more sustainable future. San Miguel Global Power, giving you the power to celebrate life.
Wala daw nagawa, wala daw nangyayari. Marami ang umangal at mga nagsasabi wala daw pagbabago, wala daw nagbabago. Sino ang niloko nyo? Baka kayo naloko. Tignan nyo naman ating kapaligiran. Sino ba ang nagbalita ng walang kabuluhan? Maluwag na ang daanan, hindi na ganun ka-traffic. At sa LRT at MRT di na magpapanik. Di ka ka naaangal sa iyong mga daanan. Di naman dumi, di na mabaho ang lansangan. Tapos sasabihin nyo na walang nagawa. Pagbabago dito sa Pinas, hindi yan himala. Kinilusan at inaksyonan ng ating Pangulo. Binigyan leksyon ng mga matitigas na ulo. Kaya kung sinong susunod sa kanyang yapak, gawing maayos ang lahat upang tuluyang umunlad. Sino ba ang merong nagawa? Sino ang wala? Tignan mo ang pagbabago, lahat di yan himala. Totoo ang nakikita, tinupad niya ang pangako. Yung mga proyektong laki na ng pagbabago. Kaya pasasalamat ang lagi mong banggitin. Kung walang katulad niya, walang gantong tatanawin. Ginawang maayos ang lahat para sa ating bayan, upang maging maayos sa ating bayang sinilangan. Iba na talaga ang pagbabago, pero marami pa rin di naniniwalang tao. Hindi daw kumikilos, walang nagagawa. Sila yung mga tao, nangawalang nangawa. Tignan nyo naman kasi ang pagbabago ng Maynila. Ibang-iba na yung dating tambakan ng basura. Dinadagsana ng tao at pinupuntahan ang Manila Bay. Grabe na ang kapaligiran, malinaw na ang tubig na dating maitim. Maliwanag na ang dating daanang madilim. Nagtaasan, nagusali at naggagandahan sa pagbabago.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. You may now be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today for the inauguration of San Miguel Global Power's Battery Energy Storage System. To formally begin our program, may we invite Bataan Governor Jose Enrique S. Garcia III to deliver his welcome remarks.
Maraming salamat po, isang magandang umaga sa ating lahat. It is with immense pleasure that I welcome you all to this monumental event hosted by San Miguel Corporation under the leadership of its President and CEO, Mr. Ramon Ang. We are deeply grateful and honored to have the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. in our presence, along with our respected secretaries, members of Congress, local officials, and distinguished guests. Your esteemed presence, Mr. President, signifies the immense importance of this project for our nation's advancement. We are privileged to be at the heart of today's inauguration, a state-of-the-art facility made possible by San Miguel Global Power, a pioneer in battery energy storage technology in the Philippines. Their significant contribution to the adoption of renewable energy sources in the country cannot be understated. I am sure we're all eagerly anticipating to learn more about the BSS later in the project overview and its potential impact on our energy needs. Bataan has long been a key player in the energy sector, with both public and private facilities at the forefront. As such, we in the local government have been proactive in implementing initiatives to achieve energy independence while reaffirming our commitment to reducing our carbon footprint. For instance, through the implementation of photovoltaic solar systems, we have achieved over 1,500 kilowatt peak installed capacity across various LGU facilities, resulting in a monthly power expense reduction of at least 1.5 million pesos. Additionally, the 6,311 kilowatt peak installed capacity in the Freeport area of Bataan allows the authority to sell power to our locators at a competitive rate of only 8 pesos 70 centavos, thanks to its 70-30 non-renewable and renewable energy mix. In accordance with the 5% fleet provision of the Electric Vehicle Industry Development Act, or EVIDA, we have already submitted our plan to the DILG for the procurement of electric vehicles, focusing on disaster risk reduction, emergency response, as well as peace and order functions. Our estimates indicate that transitioning to electric vehicles could lower our fuel and maintenance expenses by as much as 80%. Discussions are also underway between electric PUV suppliers and our transport cooperatives to modernize their fleets, with our province committing to provide solar-powered charging stations as support. That is why we are incredibly proud and appreciative of our partnership with San Miguel Corporation, which is once again spearheading an innovative energy project that aligns with Bataan's vision of achieving quality growth fueled by diversified economic investments. On behalf of the provincial government of Bataan, I would like to express my sincerest gratitude to San Miguel Global Power for their unwavering commitment and investment in this groundbreaking project. Your vision and leadership have paved the way for a more sustainable, secure, and prosperous future for our cherished province and our nation as a whole. Once again, welcome. Thank you again, Mr. President, for joining us in this historic day. Mabuhay ang Bataan, mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Thank you, Governor Garcia. And now, to deliver his message, may we call on San Miguel Corporation President, Mr. Ramon S. Ang.
Your Excellency, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome you to the inauguration of these 50 megawatt battery energy storage systems facilities, or BESS, here in Limay, Bataan. This is one of the 32 facilities with a combined capacity of 1,000 megawatt that San Miguel Group has been building and targeting to complete by the end of this year, December. It is the first of its kind in the Philippines and one of the largest integrated grid-scale battery energy storage project in the world. Mr. President, BESS can have a transformative impact on the economy and the lives of our countrymen. Strategically located in various parts of the country, our BESS facilities can instantly increase peak systems supply to meet our growing energy demand post-pandemic. With BESS providing significant portion of peak supply, existing baseload power plant can run continuously and operating more efficiently, resulting in lower electricity rate for Filipino consumer. Equally important, our facilities combined can support the integration of over 5,000 megawatt of renewable power source into the grid. They can store excess energy from traditional and renewable energy during low demand and release it back to the grid when demand increase or peaking. The solution we need to help address our most pressing energy concern is already here at our doorstep. This technology represents major step towards meeting our country's socio-economic goal sustainably. In fact, together with other industry players, we can collectively build 5,000 megawatt of battery storage to support the peak demand requirement and achieve energy security in the coming years. We need to make sure that everyone, regardless of location and socio-economic status, will have the access, reliable, affordable electricity as part of the legacy of Marcos administration. At this point, may we request everyone to please watch a short video we prepared showcasing the power of this technology to create a better, more sustainable future of our country and the rest of Filipino people. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Mr. Ang. At this juncture, to introduce our distinguished guest of honor, may we call on the Secretary of the Department of Energy, Rafael P.M. Lotilla.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr.
Thank you very much. Please take your seat. Thank you very much, Energy Secretary Papo Lotilla, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, who is here with us today, Speaker Martin Romualdez. He is joined by other members of the legislature who I saw during the ribbon cutting. Ayan, sige kong Garcia is here. And some, I saw a senator or two. Ayan si Senator Rafi. Kasama talaga natin. And Congressman Lord Blasco. They are the Senator Rafi and Kong Lord are the chairman of the energy committees in the respective houses. Of course, the father of the province of Bataan, Governor Jose Enrique Garcia, full name. The proponent of this very forward-looking project of battery energy storage, the President and CEO of San Miguel, our friend and longtime partner in development, Ramon Ang. My fellow workers in government, our partners from the private sector who are here today, the other distinguished guests who have joined us for this occasion, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a great pleasure to also finally see what we have been talking about. The CEO of San Miguel, Ramon Ang, has been discussing this program with me for a very long time since we started talking about how to solve some of the problems that we are facing in terms of energy supply in the Philippines. And I am very happy now that we are able to join you for the inauguration of the San Miguel's battery energy storage system here in Limay, Bataan. I will not, it cannot be overstated, and I want to highlight how greatly significant this project is for our country. It holds true as well for other projects of similar nature and purpose that are currently in the works across our archipelago. The government highly encourages and approves of all these projects. As we all know, the problems that we have here in the Philippines in terms of energy supply, in terms of energy costs, are one of the biggest obstacles when we talk to potential investors to come to the Philippines. This is will be part of the solution, so that we can say that we are competitive now in terms of electricity rates and reliability and availability of power. They support and bear a tremendous impact on our 8-point socio-economic agenda. In my State of the Nation address, I stressed the importance of increasing the use of renewable energy. It's just why I'm glad we are making strides in this area. But as much as we desire to rely on renewable energy, we know that electricity generated from sources such as solar, wind, water are sometimes can be considered intermittent. They cannot function continuously and perfectly because of inherent factors and other circumstances beyond our control, such as the wind blowing or the sun shining. So introducing a storage component into the overall energy infrastructure provides the crucial support mechanism that shall optimize these resources, make them more efficient and reliable. With this technology in place, storage of power is made possible. Power could be stored when not needed or in times of oversupply and released whenever required on when there is undersupply. We have a little experience because the first commercial wind farm in Southeast Asia was put up in Ilocos Norte while I was governor. And the analysis always of our wind farms is very simple, in that we have, at the time, we had to be able to make back the power supply from the months of October to March. Because if we do not make it back during that time, it is not a viable project. It was helped along by the provision of carbon credits, but that the WTO was providing for a while. But however, the most important thing, the most important problem was that precisely the peak supply does not necessarily coincide with the peak load. And there was also the problem, very simple problem, of how we can guarantee supply of the base load. And this is generally used by industrial plants, and because the cost of power is lower, they run at night. Many of them run 24 hours a day. And so that was always a problem. This is now the solution to that problem. And it doesn't necessarily apply only to wind farms, doesn't necessarily apply to only solar. It applies to all kinds of power that that we are able to use. The strategy before, I remember with the Bataan nuclear power plant, well, since a nuclear power plant cannot really be turned off and on very easily, we had to find a way to store the energy. And that was why Caliraya Lakes was created. And those lakes were created as an energy storage system. When the load was low, we would pump water up the mountain and fill up the lake. And when we needed extra power, then we would use the full production of the Bataan nuclear power plant, and added to that will be the hydroelectric power that we will use by releasing the water that we had pumped up to Sierra Lakes. However, unfortunately, the Bataan nuclear power plant was never in operation, but you can see the advancements that we have now. That was a very, shall we say, involved kind of energy storage system because it was at a very large scale. However, that now we no longer need to construct all of those facilities. We no longer need to put in that kind of infrastructure. All we need now are these battery farms that we are seeing today. And that is why it is extremely encouraging for those of us who are always trying to find ways to, one, increase the supply of power, secondly, decrease the cost of power, and thirdly, improve the mix of traditional sources of power and renewable sources of power. So these are the elements that are impacting the decisions that we make when we are trying to improve the systems that we have for power supply and for the cost of power. Again, as I said, the BESS, or the battery energy storage system, certainly will form a very important part of that formula that will solve these problems that I had just gone through. See? Because it is novel, it is innovative, it is full of promise, this battery energy storage system. This technology is carving a distinct path towards a more energy secure and sustainable future for the country. It is clean. It has zero emission, zero water extraction, no noise pollution. Given the increasing generation of renewable energy, it is vital then that we advance and incorporate energy storage systems, or ESS, in our overall energy infrastructure. Indeed, it promises great rewards for our country. Not only will we be able to generate sufficient, reliable, and clean energy, leading to more affordability of energy, and of course generate jobs for our people, green jobs in the process, so that is a fulfillment of many of the wishes that we have for the energy system in the country. This is the wave of the future that is already in fact here. It holds many of the keys to the survival and self-sufficiency of the country. So let us give it the recognition it deserves and encouragement from government. We congratulate our visionary private sector partners for embarking on these key big-ticket investments that help strengthen the foundations of our nation and guarantee its security and self-sufficiency in the decades ahead. San Miguel Corporation, at 130 years old, certainly shows no sign of aging or of laying low. Quite the contrary. They are, as ever, leaders in the various industries, in the various sectors in which they are involved. So San Miguel, for that reason, San Miguel remains competitive and vibrant as ever, still possessing that Midas touch in practically anything that it lays its hands on, from beverage to food to concrete structures, now this time to energy development. And I think your San Miguel CEO, Ramon Ang, deserves a round of applause for all of these innovations that he has introduced in the country. So we will continue to be a partner with you, the government, and the Filipino people. As the immortal line goes, iba na yung may pinagsamahan. You have other best projects in the pipeline, accounting for 95% of BOI approved projects with 2,000 megawatts, a total capacity distributed across the country. I and the rest of the Filipino people look forward to the rollout of these projects in the near future. Let us consider ourselves fortunate that we are here at the birth of this project at this late stage as it goes online in the grid and begins to serve Filipino people. But despite this, what this administration can commit to is to guarantee all the support mechanisms to our investors and to act as a genuine partner in a mutually beneficial relationship. We will improve the policy and regulatory framework for the renewable energy industry, especially for ESS technology, to encourage further development of our fledgling renewables industry. The Department of Energy is currently working on an improved and expanded version of our ESS policy. Our legislation and the rules that we have to catch up with the technology. Unfortunately, the general tendency is for government to be a little behind private sector in this regard. We will try to redress that balance. We are also aiming to increase the share of renewables in our total generation mix, and we encourage those investments that will add to the renewable supply in our country. We will streamline, harmonize the regulatory framework at the national and local levels to ensure ease of doing business, to take down unnecessary regulatory burdens, and this is all part of our agenda to improve bureaucratic efficiency and sound fiscal management for a much better, more streamlined, more efficient system. All this with a view to further encourage and incentivize private sector and allow them reasonable returns on their investments. With this mutually beneficial working relationship in the field of energy, we all function effectively towards an attainment of our ambition of strongly rooted, comfortable, and secure lives of our citizenry, as well as a healthy and vibrant business continuity for both the government and the private sector. So together, we will spur further advancements and reforms in our country. Soon, not only will the Philippines have attained energy security, but it will also gain the recognition and the respect of the world as an advocate of clean energy and other green and resource-efficient practices. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat at mabuhay ang sambayan ng Pilipino. I congratulate San Miguel Corporation, all of those who have been involved in this project, the LGUs in Bataan. This is a very important day for us. We will be watching closely on how we can apply these technologies all around the country. Maraming salamat po at maganda pong tanghali.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Wala daw nagawa, wala daw nangyayari. Marami ang umangal at mga nagsasabi wala daw pagbabago, wala daw nagbabago. Sino ang niloko nyo? Baka kayo naloko. Tignan nyo naman ating kapaligiran. Sino ba ang nagbalita ng walang kabuluhan? Maluwag na ang daanan, hindi na ganun ka-traffic. At sa LRT at MRT di na magpapanik. Di ka naaangal sa iyong mga daanan. Di naman dumi, di na mabaho ang lansangan. Tapos sasabihin nyo na walang nagawa. Pagbabago dito sa Pinas, hindi yan himala. Kinilusan at inaksyonan ng ating Pangulo. Binigyan leksyon ng mga matitigas na ulo. Kaya kung sinong susunod sa kanyang yapak, gawing maayos ang lahat upang tuluyang umulan. Sino ba ang merong nagawa? Sino ang wala? Tignan mo ang pagbabago, lahat di yan himala. Totoo ang nakikita, tinupad niya ang pangako. Yung mga proyektong laki na ng pagbabago. Kaya pasasalamat ang lagi mong banggitin. Kung walang katulad niya, walang gantong tatanawin. Ginawang maayos ang lahat para sa ating bayan, upang maging maayos sa ating bayang sinilangan. Ibang-iba na talaga ang pagbabago, pero marami pa rin di naniniwalang tao. Hindi daw kumikilos, walang nagagawa. Sila yung mga tao, nangawalang nangawa. Tignan nyo naman kasi ang pagbabago ng Maynila. Ibang-iba na yung dating tambakan ng basura. Dinadagsanan ng tao at pinupuntahan ang Manila Bay. Grabe na ang kapaligiran, malinaw na ang tubig na dating maitim. Maliwanag na ang dating daanang madilim. Nagtaasan, nagusali at naggagandahan sa pagbabago ng Pinas na di mo inasahan. Buti may mga vlogger na sa atin nagbabalita kung anong pagbabago't nagawa pinapakita. Hindi sila bias, sila'y maaasahan. Pinapakita ang ganda ng bayang sinilangan. Sino ba ang merong nagawa? Sino ang wala? Tignan mo ang pagbabago, lahat di yan himala. Totoo ang nakikita, tinupad niya ang pangako. Yung mga proyektong laki na ng pagbabago. Kaya pasasalamat ang lagi mong banggitin. Kung walang katulad niya, walang gantong tatanawin. Ginawang maayos ang lahat para sa ating bayan, upang maging maayos sa ating bayang sinilangan. Sino ba ang merong nagawa? Sino ang wala? Tignan mo ang pagbabago, lahat di yan himala. Totoo ang nakikita, tinupad niya ang pangako. Yung mga proyektong laki na ng pagbabago. Kaya pasasalamat ang lagi mong banggitin. Kung walang katulad niya, walang gantong tatanawin.